This is tarot incentives. So there is a stroke of luck that someone is going to be having because they had something on their chest they wanted to get out of the way. They wanted to tell someone something, and they're going to have this opportunity to say what they want to say to this person, because fate is going to put them within this person's vicinity, and it's going to be something they can easily discuss at length. Also, someone else called, either someone's, this is a sexy pillow talk line or their psychic line, some kind of line that they had, and they made like some kind of remark that didn't sit well with someone working there. It could have been something maybe socially unacceptable, um, some type of remark like that they made. And they had a sibling who also, randomly enough, this sibling is someone who had made a threat to someone at that very same line, who, as fate would now have it, they now run into this person every day. This is someone who they run into every day. And all of this is surrounding a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries that someone just didn't like. And let's see what else is behind that growling type of spirit. It's like a spirit energy that somebody has been playing with. Okay. And this is all coming out because someone is jealous of some recognition that someone got. And so they're doing all this stuff. It's not that they are maybe, racist against their own people, or racist against another group, a group that's not have anything to do with them. This is straight envy and jealousy. That's what's behind this nastiness that someone has been experiencing. This isn't someone who is really prejudiced against anything except someone else's behavior that they can't claim as their own. And they know who you are. And this is why someone has this uncanny feeling, this uncomfortable feeling that they can't place around someone else. Okay. Also, someone they've been having a better time of things than someone else. So there's someone who is really full of a great deal of envy because someone else maybe didn't work for a long time and they've been having to work. Okay, so someone else is really heated about that. And so they have some negative energy between them and someone else, and someone's always trying to be nice, but yeah, they are not happy with the fact that you have gone through some difficult times. Someone has gone through some difficult times, and they're coming out in a better place with some sunshine vibes, and someone is pretty much heartbroken about that. They can't they can't believe that this person is doing well at this point in time. So they have a problem with it. So this person who's not speaking, you might want to keep your distance as much as possible from this person, because it's a deep down dislike that they have. They don't even know if you have struggled as much as they have in your life, but they don't think you have, and they have a problem with that. So they want to make your life more difficult. That's why they're not speaking. Someone else is being fake, though. They are being fake with someone and speaking to them, but deep down they have an issue, because someone who they're attracted to, really, they know. They keep trying to tell the person, hey, I know you're attracted to this other person, but the other person is in denial. But they can feel it. So they have a problem too. So someone's trying to figure out why somebody has a problem. That's why they have a problem, because they know there's some attraction there. And they can feel it, that something happened between you guys, and that you have sworn that person to secrecy. Because that person knows the other person liked them, and they didn't want them to know, because they know what type of hateful person they are, and that they were going to cause some issues within a group. So you don't have to tell them that y'all made love. They know it. Yeah, and all the hating that they did to keep it from going down, it didn't make no difference. Y'all just wanted to holler at each other, and y'all did. Now y'all doing y'all own thing, because it ain't that deep. It was just some attraction that y'all wanted to make moves on. So y'all did y'all thing or whatever, and this person is highly irritated about it. Okay. So there's this message, a message like the song goes, it's a small world after all. Somebody is coming into contact with someone because of their skill set. There's a job that needed certain skills, needed someone to take on certain employment. And it's a small world after all. That's what's coming into play here. Because another person has been trying to say little things, and they're saying them with a smile, and they're congregated together because of their skill set. They're working together. They're saying things with a smile, but they mean them to be in a hurtful way. All right, so other people might not be picking up on it, but the person is mocking the other person, and they're static in the atmosphere due to that. So things are very staticky in a work area, because this person is mocking this other person, because they want to be able to say something to them, but they don't have nothing to say, so they just mock them. They've been following everything that they're doing, and so they're hell bent on trying to make them feel uncomfortable in their place of work. Now, what's behind this? There's something having to do with an air sign of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini that they don't like. They have heard something about this other person that they don't like. You know, they feel that there's something going on, and they can't hardly breathe because they're so irritated about something. They haven't even seen anything with their own eyes. They haven't smelled anything with their own eyes. They say where there's smoke, there's fire. This person is in the workplace trying not to perspire. It's all they can do, not to be straight up. They throwing those curveballs out there, saying the little bitty things under their breath and stuff. The other person like, huh? See, the problem is they know too much, or they think they know too much. Someone else is working with somebody else. Your coworker had a problem knowing that you were getting a ride with another coworker who they secretly have been fantasizing about. Oh, they've been fantasizing bad. And they can't win for losing. Every time they like somebody, the person doesn't like them back. So they salty about that. And they liked your ex too. They knew something about your ex. They liked your ex, and they liked the new person who they just can't stand the fact that this person gave you a ride, that you even needed a ride from them. They trying their best to come between you guys. So they jabbermouth right now. Someone is about ready to come at somebody else and let them know that if they have a problem with them getting a ride with somebody, they need to step up their game. They need to step up to them next time instead of talking behind their back, and say something to them up front about who they getting a ride with. Because they're gonna lose that battle. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, this person is saying that this other person is not single, that they have someone, that they date a violent person. They saying they live with this person. Somebody lying because you live alone. Somebody trying to keep this other person who is really generous and kind-hearted from offering you anything. They're envisioning that they're imagining that they're offering you a cup of love. This person is just being kind-hearted. They offering you, food or whatever, that come to mind. If they feel like anybody needs something, this is the type of person who is a giving and kind-hearted person. And they know that. And that's why they don't want you around this person. That's why somebody don't want to see somebody else around this person, because this person is kind-hearted and generous. So now they're trying to stir up something. And now all of a sudden, they saying all this stuff that it wasn't widely known because it wasn't true. They spewing lies. Somebody is spewing some lies. And what really set this person off on the job is the fact that they're scared that this other person is getting to know people, and that there's going to be some feelings of intensity that develop around them or someone else. And these are their feelings coming out. It's like a wicked type of vibration that they have. And it's growing. And so they want to cover it up, but they know that that wickedness is something that's going to be sniffed out because they're being real petty on the job. And someone is getting tired of it. So I feel like somebody is about ready to say something to somebody else. And they don't care if people are buddies and they team up or what. Yeah, see, because these people are going to be kind of surprised if this person doesn't quit, because they've been putting out some energy that is just rough. But this person is going to be coming into a lump sum, possibly even on the job. If they come back to the job, it looks like they're going to be getting a raise anyway. It looks like some type of raise or some type of tips or something are going to be coming in for this person. And it's just going to make these other people at work hating on this person. It's going to make their lives that much more unbearable because they can't stand to see it. Yep, see, this person was thinking in wisdom, they were thinking, okay, they're not getting paid really well. So they were thinking they needed to find another place of employment because they were thinking that that's what the answer was when it came to a money issue that they were having. Because they're not living the plural life. They have a single life. They're bringing in their own income. And they don't need anybody cutting into their income. I'm getting that this person has actually taken some time off. So they are having this time to really self-reflect on things. And they're coming to terms with, you know, how they're going to deal with these situations that they've been having on the job. Somebody brought up something that happened. Something happened to somebody, and the other person, see, these are job related situations coming up here now. So someone was ready to flat foot argue with somebody else because someone brought up something that happened to them and they want to stick their 2 bits in it. This is something that wasn't brought up at work. So they know this person has some type of inside information on something that happened to them in a negative light. And so they really are about ready to say something about it. And if they do, it's going to be an argument there because there's a disagreeable vibe right there. So the best thing to do, I'm telling you, is for somebody to just mind their business at work. And not have like other people coming in who don't even work there having stuff to say either. Now let's see what's behind someone having something to say about somebody was held against their will at some point. That's what I'm getting. And someone's been thinking about that. It's been brought back to them, something that happened. And so this is some negative energy that they're wrestling with now. Because they have been trying not to judge people harshly. They've been trying to just be in a forgiving place. And judgment is coming back in because someone is trying to bring this back up during a time where they're stressed. They're already stressed. I get that this is a new job for someone. So yeah, somebody's going to want to take it outside if somebody says something else to them because there's some harsh judgment coming into play. They're feeling the harsh judgment and they are reflecting it back onto whoever is judging them in a harsh light. So let me see what the bottom of the deck energy is. So, okay, there's intuition coming into play with the High Priestess. So this is advice to listen to your intuition. On some matter. Because somebody is a sneaky, grimy, bottom feeding type of person. And when you get that vibe, if they're messing with somebody else on the job, you're going to want to pay attention to that. Why? Because they also have a problem with someone who has a new vision. Someone who has a new vision on the job. This could, if it's You know, this could stand for an air sign of Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So if that's your sign, just pay close attention to how someone's acting on the job. Also, if you are this Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you may want to pay close attention to how someone's acting on the job, because someone has a real issue and they're glad to be able to rub shoulders with you, but they have this chip on their shoulder as well. So you don't need to get bruised by that. So follow your intuition. If it tells you not to deal with this person, you know, skip the small talk with them. There's also some more beef coming into play at work because someone is pissed off that someone else's luck has been prime luck. So there's some beef likely to happen between a Cancer and an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini person on a job. Because someone they feel like the other person's luck is humiliating them, which is really, that's what I'm getting. That's how they feel, which is really ridiculous in a way for them to think like that, because that person can't help their luck. There's also some beef that's likely to occur between an Aquarius and another Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this beef is coming in as having been stirred up by a Scorpio. There's also some beef coming in between a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and something related to what someone feels was unfair at work when they were trying to be optimistic. This is something that is credit that someone wanted for their work, some work that they did, and a choice that they made on the job, and they feel like they're not getting that credit. And the reason why they didn't get that credit is because someone else was very ambitious and they are trying to take that credit for themselves. This is likely to be a Libra person who is guilty of that at work. The advice coming in is to just focus on those who you love. Think about the people who you love when you're actually thinking about going head to head with someone in something that could really get out of pocket. So you want to think about things that are going to make you want to, you know, stay in control of your own behavior so that you can be around people who don't get on your nerves. Like these people coming in who are trying to push all your buttons and collapse all your bells and whistles. There is also a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries person and a Pisces person who are not going to be seeing eye to eye at work. So this is something that maybe supervisors tuning in need to be aware of, because some people don't even need to be on the same shifts. You know, if you need the manpower, you need the manpower. But these are volatile, threatening types of scenarios coming in. So this is like coming in with the tower. So things could crumble at work due to these personalities souring between one another. There's also a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person who has a problem with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio at work. This is something that could get out of hand. So some problems need to be looked into. Also, someone has traveled around someone else, and this is likely to be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo person. And they've traveled intentionally around this person, and it has something to do with a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries person who they have some type of issue, some type of beef with. The beef is coming into play over in Aries. Somebody feels like they have an Aries back, so they're trying to be hateful towards other people who have had some ramifications and don't want to deal with this person anymore. And this person is causing problems because they still want to deal with you. They still want to deal with this other person, even though the person is upset with how they treated them. So chances are they're not trying to get back with them. So they're trying to bogart their way back into this person's life, and they're using other people to try to stimulate some type of memory or some type of scenario where they can try to have some interaction, you know, like come to somebody else's party or come up to someone else's job under the guise of having some news to deliver them or something of that nature. So yeah, this person's up to no good. This is all conflict coming in with the Chariot. There's a lot of hidden conflict bubbling up to the surface for someone to be aware of. Like, don't walk into this with a blindfold on, because there's hidden conflict there coming in. Someone is mad about something, feeling like this is some responsibility, some type of obligation that they feel like shouldn't have been placed on them. They feel like somebody didn't tell them something when they were like, I need you to do this for me. And it's true. This person didn't tell them the whole details of something that was going on, and then they swore them to secrecy, so they couldn't say anything. But now, guess what? They having second thoughts about being sworn to secrecy. All of it's about to blow. Some of it is about to come out in the open. And this is going on with this Aries person. Also, other people who are involved. Look like it's this Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, this Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, another Taurus. So there's a group of people involved with something that's going on. It looks like it's a plot to keep someone from getting through something that happened, getting over something that was meant to destroy them and didn't. They don't want to see this person conquering this huge amount of stress that this person has endured. So yeah, somebody also has a secret that's about to come out. So someone is acting like they've been, hanging in there, being really resilient, being really cool, calm, and collected. But the truth of the matter is, they have been acting real awful or plotting something real awful. And so they're about to act out because they have this disappointment here. Let me see what this disappointment has to do with. It's disappointment in love. And this person who's about to act out is likely to be someone who has been very critical. They've been critical of others. So if this person has been critical, you know they're about to act out. This is a Gemini, a Libra, possibly an Aquarius, an air sign. And the reason why they're acting out is over this other Aquarius, Libra, Gemini person. Their behavior or their disappointment in this person. It could be that they just held them to standards that they weren't going to be able to stand up to or hang. They're not tall enough to be, put up against that measurement right there. And this person doesn't comprehend that. So they're acting out because they placed this person in a position that they weren't really ready for. So if someone is waiting for something to happen as far as something work related, if someone is waiting to have another work opportunity, the advice coming in is coming in with this Devil card here. So this could be a Capricorn, or this could be something very tantalizing and something that could actually cause an argument related to something that happens as a result of taking on this other position, or a struggle having to do with some vice. So someone has like a vice. They're self-medicating, and they're just trying to hang in there with somebody else. But this is something that's being seen as unhealthy. And also it's possibly something against health codes. Something going on against the health code at work with someone. And someone is concerned about it. It's not coming from the person who they think it's coming from speaking out. It's coming from someone else. Someone is concerned about it. They regret something. And they are going to inspire some action. So there's likely to be higher ups coming into someone's place of work too. So this is a heads up on following protocol, just trying to get into that habit. Heads up on that. There are also gonna be some other people hired who they look like they're kindred spirits. So these people are gonna have a certain goal in mind. And I feel like it's to bring harmony to the work area, and a little more discipline to the work area. So somebody is going to have some extra people coming in. So if it's like a shopping place, this could be, secret shoppers, something like that. Something is going on, and it's going to test the level of discipline on the job. There you have it.